Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to do a full face of PIXI Beauty products because I am very lucky to receive some PR from PIXI every once in a while and I get to try out all these cool products. So I thought, why not just put them all into one video and talk about the brand in general. Another thing I want to share is I was so lucky that earlier this month I was invited to a PIXI event when they were talking about the launch of their new collection, which has some beautiful blushes and everything. I'll put up some videos of what happened during that day, and honestly it was such a surreal experience. It was the first time I've been to like an event like that, just about beauty, and I met so many other creators as well. Everyone was super nice and it was like a moment when I was like, oh my gosh, like this hobby and passion of mine is turning into something. And it was just so great to see everyone else like geek out about makeup. We can talk about all these different launches and it was just great seeing all those cool things. And yeah, I cannot explain how excited I am. I don't look as excited, but I'm trying to suppress that. It was just such a great evening and I'm so grateful to be invited to an event like that. So yeah, I wanted to, because I realized I do have quite a few PIXI products from like what I have been sent previously, and from that night I did get a little goodie bag. I don't know why I pronounce goodie like goodie. Anyway, so I thought, yeah, let's do a video. This is not something they asked me to do. I just wanted to because, you know, it was such a sweet experience. But yeah, let's get to the video of our full face of PIXI Beauty. To start off, first we're going to prime our skin. We're going to use the Flawless Beauty Primer, and this is a very glowy makeup primer, so you don't need a lot. I reckon just about this much is enough to last you the entire day and an entire face. I'm just going to use my beauty blender and really just swipe this product on. You can see how this side of my face is instantly more glowy, and I feel like PIXI Beauty really just focuses on giving your face the natural glow and that shine. For the next part of our look, we're going to do a little bit of underpainting situation. I feel like these are the standout products that PIXI Beauty has come out with in the last few launches, and these are the cream sticks. These are blushes and highlighters and they are just incredible. This is their latest launch. This is the PH blush stick, which literally changes color according to your pH level, so it's really unique for every single person. You can see that it's actually just pale pink, but on the top it's a little bit more of a hot pink because I've been using it to swipe on my skin. And let's just do a little bit of like a test. You can see instantly it changes to this beautiful pink color and it gives a really nice sheen, almost like it's see-through. It's just a really pretty color and I absolutely love it. And another blush that they have come out with, well, this is actually a lip balm. At least this is what they said it is. This is actually the Hydra Lip Treat, but I like to use this as a blush as well. I have this in the shade Passion, which is this baby pink, which I normally do not go for, but I think it's so fun to try out new colors, new shades, and we're just going to put this on. We can see how bright it is on the lips as well, and it just makes it look really cohesive. But what we're going to do is I'm literally just going to swipe this on the center on my face, and that looks really crazy right now, but that's okay because we're going to use a brush and just buff that out. And because we're not using any like foundation right now, it can be a bit intense, so the color actually seeps through, otherwise you're gonna have no color at all. Next we're going to use the highlighter. This is the On The Glow Super Glow. This is the shade, I'm pretty sure the champagne shade, Natural Luster. It's this beautiful champagne gold and I love it. It's really good for warm skin tones, and I literally just swipe this on and it looks so good. Like, look at that, that is so intense. Now to really top it off, I'm going to use a little bit of this PH blush and just sweep it over the cheeks again, and I'm going to just intensify that bright pink glow because I find that this is very similar to the shade Passion once it's on my skin, but this one does take a little bit longer to react and for the pigment to really come through and show up. So I do like to put this as like a last step over my highlighter. My skin looks way too oily right now and it looks really scary, but I assure you after some foundation and just a little bit of powder, it looks great. I don't have any like foundation or products that have coverage that's related to my skin tone from PIXI, so I'm going to use my Hourglass Hidden Concealer, and this is a cream so it's really easy to blend with everything we put on earlier, and I'm just going to draw it all over my face. Using my beauty blender, we're going to blend this out. So this is a medium to full coverage concealer, and you can see that really just covered up the blush we put on earlier. So that's why I wasn't too worried that it was looking a bit too scary. But look at the glow. It just looks so nice. I really, really like that. And I'm just going to add a little bit more blush onto my skin because I feel like I want it to show up a bit more. So I'm going to take my brush directly and take a little bit of this lip balm, lip treatment, and dot it on. I actually think I can get used to this like kind of baby pink. It's interesting. I've never used something like this, or like at least this much of a focus. I've used it maybe like as like a second blush, but it's kind of cute. I kind of like it. A little bit on the nose. Really nice. For powder, we're going to use the PIXI H2O Skin Veil Powder. This is a loose translucent powder, and I think it does the job. It's really good for keeping the makeup on all day. The only thing I would say is because there's no like cover or lid, once you like, if you put it in your like makeup bag or something, it will go everywhere when you open the lid, so be careful. I'm just going to dust some onto the lid and pick it up with a powder puff. Pat some onto the back of your hand or wherever you want. I just didn't want to because there was cream on here, and literally just pat it on. Look how much more mattified this is. Like, that looks much better than this shininess. Whatever's left over, I'm just going to put it over the eyelids and call it a day. Now we're going to focus on the other parts of our face, and honestly I don't actually have much from them for the eyes, so I'm going to quickly just use a little bit of my Peri Pera Ink V shading in Hazel Grey, and I'm just going to add some tone to my eyes so there's something we can work with. Like so, and we have 3 products to work with from them. One of them is a glitter liner. This is the shade Crystalline, which I've used in the past. It's very, very bright. We have an eyeliner. This is the Lash Line Ink, and we have a mascara, which is the Lash Booster Mascara. So we're going to make our eye look super, super simple. I am literally going to just eyeliner and then a little bit of this on the inner corners and mascara. Now this is a felt tip eyeliner, so it is something that's really easy to just draw on, and it is relatively long lasting. It's pitch black. I would just say be careful because the tip is actually quite flexible, so it's really soft. You don't want to like go a bit haywire. I would say draw it in like little lines first. That is all very simple eyeliner, and just a little bit of this on the inner corners. I really like this one because it has like a little bit of a blue sparkle in it as well. It's very pretty, and you can just dab it on. It's a lot more obvious in person than it is on camera. I swear there's something here. Whilst we wait for this to dry, we're going to quickly fill in my eyebrows. I'm going to go in with my contour powder again, except for in the darkest shade, and we're just going to quickly fill out the brows and give it a little bit more of a dimension. I do not need a lot, but this is just to make the edges look a little bit cleaner. Now we're going to go in with the Brow Tamer. This is a clear brow gel, and honestly I haven't used it too much. I'm trying to use up my existing brow gel, so this is going to be interesting. Now that everything looks like it's fine, we're going to curl my lashes and put on a little bit of mascara. This formula is definitely on the more like liquidy and watery side because I had some hard time doing my lower lash line. It kind of just melted a little bit, so I'm going to wait for it to dry and then pick it off with my spoolie brush, and it'll be fine. So we're just going to wait for this to dry a tad bit. In the meantime, we're going to deal with this. But I feel like this mascara, it really just made my lashes look blacker. It didn't do super much, but it's fine. But yes, now we're going to move on to the final part, which are the lips. We did already prep our lips earlier, so I'm going to wipe that off and apply some lip stain. So this is the PIXI lip stain in the shade Adore, and this is actually made in Korea, which makes me think, oh, it probably would be one of those K-beauty formulas, but it's a very, very watery tint, and it has like almost like a moussey, fudgy texture, and dries down to something a little bit more matte, which I think is quite exciting. It has like a Coca-Cola scent. It's a weird scent. I do like how you can build up the pigment. That's really nice. As always, I'm going to top it off with a little bit of lip liner. This is L'Oreal in the shade Beige Anu, and we're just going to emphasize lips. I'm gonna pick off the mascara, wash my hands, and we're gonna come back for the final review. We are back, and this is what the makeup looks like. I really like how natural it looks, and it's really fun that everything is so glowy yet the lips are matte. I just think, oh, it's just such a good balance between everything, which I think is really important for all makeup looks. You want to balance it. You don't want everything to be like too intense or everything to be too little and like toned down. You want to like have a really good like equity between how you play with your makeup. But overall, I really like this look, and let's just go through the products I used. So I have used this primer quite a bit in the past. You do not need a lot, and I always overuse it a little bit, but it really gives that flawless glowy base that I think really helps your makeup also adhere better to it as well, because it doesn't really melt in completely, so it does like that second like melting in together with your foundation or your concealer, which is really important for me. And this is really good, especially if you're using a bunch of cream products like we did today, because that will help everything just mush in better. So I do like this primer quite a bit. And let's talk about these really viral like cream sticks. I like them. I do like the idea you can just like swipe it on, because I have a lot of sun sticks from K-Beauty that are exactly the same shape and everything. It's just really easy to use, but I do get a little bit annoyed that sometimes, because I have cream, like it melts it a little bit and it might look a little bit grotty on the top, but these are great. I really like how fun this PH blush is, but again, it becomes this super bright pink, and because it's a little bit sheerer for coverage, not amazing for underpainting, which is what I did today. It's better like if you swipe onto your foundation, so that's something I would say. But again, I don't like swiping it on top of other cream products because it might melt a little bit. So definitely I think the better way to use it is using a like buffer brush, like blend it a little bit and then just dab it onto your cheeks. Really cute, a little bit on the oily and sheerer side, but it's really fun, and the technology of pH changing is just really cool to me. I adore this highlighter. I absolutely love it. The shade, the finish, just everything about it is amazing. It's on the slightly more, I guess, like sheerer side, because I drew it on, it was like really intense. But again, if you use like a little bit of like on the back of your hand and use your sponge to dab it on, or like use your brushes, it could be a little bit more on like the natural glowy side. But I love it. Like, look at my nose, that is looking so cute. Really love these. I think these are some of the best cream products ever, and I'm so glad they're viral. This lip balm situation, hydro lip treat, I do not use it as a lip balm, if I'm being honest. I use it whenever I need to use it for my cheeks. I just kind of do a little bit of like prep and it just melts in together. I really love this baby pink flush. Actually, I think I can get behind it. This might be something I'm exploring a little bit more in the future. Really love it, and I'm glad I got this shade, because this is not something I would usually buy. I don't have many bright pinks, and this is just a really cute applicator as well. It's really easy to use, and I like it. I like it a lot, and I think it's a little bit on the waxier side as well as comparison to these, and they have more pigment as well, so I do like that. And what's next? Oh, the powder, I like it. Just the packaging, it can like waste a little bit of product, but honestly it does the job. You can see how nice my skin looks. Like, the glow is still coming out, but my makeup looks really flawless, and it does last all day. It doesn't really like cake or bunch or do any of that weird stuff. It I would say it keeps the oils at bay. It wouldn't last like an entire like 10-hour day, but should be enough for like 6 hours, and I think that's around when it starts, like the oil starts to seep through a little bit. But I really like it. I think it's great. There's no flashback when you take a photo, which is really important as well. Eyeliner, really nice. Just a typical, I guess, like black felt tip liner. I don't think it's anything super phenomenal, but it does the job. It's really good. It's long lasting, and nothing bad to say about it. I think we also need to keep in mind the price of these products aren't super expensive either, so I think it does a great job. I just would like recommend, don't go over like back and forth with your eyeliner. That might smudge it off a little bit, because it does dry down relatively quickly. So if you like go over it a bunch of times, it might smear off. So just like little dabs, and then like connect it in one line, and it will look great. And you can see how sharp my eyeliner looks as well, which I really like. Really easy to use, and pretty long lasting as well. I really like this liquid shadow. It's really fun. even like on the eye corners thingy situation. It looks really good. I like to put it all over the lids. I think it's really fun. It is a little bit like fast drying and it can get chunky, so I would like put it on the back of my hand and dab it on with my fingers. But this is just a really fun product, especially if you have like an event or things like that. I highly recommend. The brow gel, I don't know I can make a clear review on it right now. It's dried down. I can't really tell. I just need to wait a bit longer for it so I can give the final review. Right now it's keeping my lashes in place, my brows, sorry, and because it is clear, it doesn't have any pigment, so definitely you need to draw it on underneath, like some kind of brow pencil, brow powder. You need something underneath it. This will not give you any pigment obviously, but I'm thinking I might like mash up some brown eyeshadow and put it in here, like what I did with my Essence brow gel from way back. I like that. I don't really use clear brow gels that much, so that's something I might do with it. But yeah, looks like it's doing fine right now. Mascara I'm not a huge fan of, just because it doesn't really do much. It's like natural, it's more black, it's longer, like, but maybe that's just because it's not like clumpy. It's more like a liquidy, watery texture, so it doesn't look like it's clumping, so I'm thinking it's lengthening, but honestly I don't think so. Yeah, it was a little bit hard to use on the under eyes, lower lash line, lower lashes, just because I don't have that many lashes, so because it's watery it likes to like drip down and cling onto it. So not a huge fan of this. I don't think I would use it much or use it often, but if it ever comes in a kit or something, grab it, because why not? It does the job, and from the last time I wore it, I do remember it being quite long lasting, just because it's liquidy, it dries really quickly and it won't budge, but just personally doesn't do too much for my eyelashes. Lip tint is nice and matte. I like it. It is not what I expected. I thought it would be glowy just because PIXI is all about that glow, but yeah, it's nice. Look at it. It's like a moussey texture. It's very nice. And let's do a kiss test. Nothing comes off, so this is really comfortable. I like it, and this shade is really fun. So right now it's a little bit more like the pinker side. I think I put a little bit too much of the lip pencil on, so it's a bit more beigey, but definitely you can build up the pigment. There we are. See how it's just like, it can build up the pigment so easily. There's just a little bit of a scent to it. I can't really put my hand on what smell it is. It's just it's a little bit annoying when you first put it on, but honestly it's gone after a while. So yeah, I really like this lip tint. I think it's a really fun one to try out if you want to try something with a little bit of a new texture. But that is it for my full face of PIXI Beauty, and I really liked it. I hope you guys can try out some of these products. If I were to recommend anything, it would be these cream sticks. They are phenomenal. They just work really well. They're very long lasting as well, and and they're so fun to play with as well. You can definitely put these on the body. Like I remember seeing someone like putting it on their collarbones and their shoulders. It's just great and it's really easy, so why not? But that is it for today's video. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up or even subscribe to my channel and let me know what other videos you would like to see from me next. But I really hope you guys get to try out some of these products as well. And again, super grateful to actually like just get to try some of these amazing products and know more about the PIXI team as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next one.